Welcome to the Global English Podcast, everyone. We are so glad you're here with us today.
Yes, welcome. We believe that learning English should be, easy and fun.
Absolutely. So let me start with a question for you. Have you ever tried to send a text message to your friend, but you accidentally sent it to your teacher instead?
Oh no. Or maybe you were completely sure you locked your front door, but then you look down and, oh, the keys are still in your hand.
Exactly. Life is just, it's full of these small, funny moments, isn't it?
It really is. And that's actually what we're going to talk about today.
Right. We believe that sharing real-life stories, especially your own stories, is probably the best way to practice English.
It helps make new words and phrases really stick in your brain.
So today, we're going to share a few simple and hopefully funny stories from our week.
And we'll show you how everyday life can give you some of the best English lessons.
Okay, so where should we start?
Let's start with stories about misunderstandings. When things don't go the way you planned.
Ah, my favorite kind of story.
These are great for learning action words or verbs because you really need them to tell the story.
So what's the first one?
Okay, so imagine this. A friend of mine was planning a small surprise for her roommate's birthday.
Okay, I'm with you. A surprise party.
A very small one. The plan was simple. Hide a birthday cake in the kitchen until the right moment.
Hiding things is hard, especially from somebody you live with.
It's so hard. So the plan was this. When the roommate gets home from work, everyone turns off the lights and hides behind the big furniture, like the sofa.
A classic plan. I like it.
So they were all waiting. It was totally quiet. They were hiding. But before the birthday girl arrived, someone else came to the door.
Oh, no.
It was the other roommate. He was supposed to be on a business trip, but his flight was canceled.
So she came home early.
He came home early. He opened the door, and everyone...
Some guess.
They jumped up and shouted, "Surprise!" at the top of their lungs.
At the wrong person.
At the completely wrong person,
Yeah.
who was just, holding his suitcase and looking very, very shocked.
Wow. He must have been so confused.
He was. So let's look at the words there. We have hide, wait, shout, and jump up.
All great action words.
And the feeling the roommate had, he was shocked. That's a powerful feeling.
I can imagine. So why does a story like that help you remember those words?
Well, because the story has such strong feelings, there's the excitement of the surprise and then the terror of getting it wrong, and then I'm sure a lot of apology.
Right. That feeling, that shock, it kind of glues the words into your memory.
Exactly. The feeling is the glue.
I have another one like that. A story about a similar kind of mistake.
Oh, good. Let's hear it.
It's about how sometimes people can look exactly the same from the back.
Oh, this is always dangerous. Same coat, same hair.
Yes. So my friend was waiting outside a coffee shop for her brother, and she saw someone who looked just like him.
From the back.
From the back, same jacket, same haircut. So she runs up to him really fast and gives him a huge hug from behind.
Oh, I can see where this is going.
And the person turns around, and it's a complete stranger. A man she has never seen before in her life.
Oh, that is painful.
She said her face got so hot, she was incredibly
Oh,
embarrassed.
that embarrassed is another one of those really strong feelings.
So let's look at the vocabulary there. You have a stranger, you made a mistake, you gave a hug.
And the person who did it felt very, very embarrassed. And then the other person had to turn around. All simple, useful words.
So what happened next? Was the stranger angry?
Actually, no, he was really nice about it. He just laughed and said something like, "Well, I wish my family gave me hugs like that."
Oh, that's actually really sweet.
It is, and it makes the memory even stronger because it went from being super embarrassing to kind of funny and sweet.
So I guess the lesson from both of these stories is always check the face first.
Always check the face. It's a good life rule and a great way to remember words like mistake and stranger.
Okay, so we've talked about surprises. Where do we go next?
Let's move from social mistakes to daily chores.
Daily chores, okay.
Because even a really simple job can turn into a funny, messy story.
I feel like this is the story of my life.
We're going to focus here more on descriptive words.
All right, let's do it. What's the story?
This one comes from a friend who was trying to be helpful at a community event. They were cleaning up an old building together.
Okay, a nice thing to do.
A very nice thing to do. And her job was simple. She just had to fix a small leak in a pipe under the kitchen sink.
Uh-oh. I feel like the word fix is a warning.
It often is. See, this person, let's call her Mia, she wasn't very good with tools.
I can relate to Mia.
So she gets a big wrench and she tries to turn the bolt on the pipe, but she turned it the wrong way.
Oh, no.
And with a little too much force, the whole pipe just broke completely.
So it went from a small leak to a big problem.
Very big problem. Water flew out everywhere. It hit her in the face. It got all over her glasses. She said it looked like a small indoor fountain.
A small indoor fountain. I love that description.
It's a perfect image, isn't it? The whole kitchen floor was just a huge mess.
So the key words here are what? Fix, leak, and now mess.
Exactly. And then you need words to solve the problem.
Right, you need a towel.
Or maybe a lot of towels.
A lot of towels. And you need to clean up. So the story has a natural flow from problem to solution.
How did the other people react?
Well, that's the funny part. There was this very serious older woman there, Mrs. Higgins. Everyone was a little afraid of her.
Okay.
And Mrs. Higgins just walked over, no emotion on her face, handed Mia a towel, and said very clearly.
What did she say?
She said, "The water stays in the sink, not on the ceiling."
That is amazing. Simple, clear instruction.
The most direct feedback possible.
And you remember a sentence like that, don't you? Because the situation was so stressful and messy.
You do. When you talk about something messy, you remember the words that describe it, and you remember the things you need to clean it up, like a towel.
So hard work, or trying to do hard work, often creates a little bit of a mess.
And that mess is a great place to learn new words.
That makes perfect sense. From messy kitchens to what's next. Let's talk about a very modern problem.
Okay.
The problem of being too focused on our screens, our phones, our computers.
Ah, yes, the technology problem.
Think about that feeling you get when your computer suddenly stops working or the internet goes down.
It's like a small disaster, pure panic.
It is, because we use technology for everything. Our work, talking to friends, everything.
So you have a story about that?
I do.
Yeah.
This is about an office where the internet failed for a whole afternoon.
Well,
2 hours, no internet.
wow. What did people do?
Well, think about a normal office. What's the sound?
Quiet, just the sound of people typing. Type, type, type.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone is on their own little island, just staring at their screen. No one really talks.
It's true.
But when the internet broke, the islands disappeared. Suddenly, everyone was on the same beach with nothing to do.
I like that. The islands disappeared.
Without their screens, they had to talk to each other. So they went to the kitchen, they drank coffee, and they just talked.
Real human conversation. What a strange idea.
And they learned some amazing things.
Like what?
Well, there was one guy in the office, Alex, very quiet, always focused on his work.
I know the type.
They learned that Alex loves playing the guitar. He's in a band on the weekends.
No way. The quiet guy.
The quiet guy, and even more surprising, the manager, Miss Chen. She's always very serious, very professional.
Okay.
Her hobby, she loves to collect stamps.
Stamps. Wow. I did not expect that.
Nobody did. And that phrase right there, I did not expect that, is such a useful piece of conversational English.
It really is.
See, when the technology, which is usually like a big wall between people, when that wall falls down,
Real conversation starts.
real conversation starts. You talk about hobbies. You ask questions like, what is your hobby? Or you say, I love.
I love playing the guitar, or I love collecting stamps.
These are the phrases you use every day to connect with people, and this story shows how important they are.
So the small disaster of the internet breaking was actually a good thing.
It was a great thing for conversation practice.
Okay, so we've had a few different stories now.
Right, we had the surprise party,
The mistaken hug. Well, the mistaken wave in my story.
the indoor fountain, or the flower explosion.
And the office with no internet.
So now let's connect all of these stories back to you, the listener, and your learning.
This is the important part. The why.
Exactly. Why does this work? Let me ask you, listening right now, which words from our stories did you remember most clearly?
I bet it's the words connected to the funniest parts of the story.
I think so too. And that's because the story has feeling, it has emotion.
So when a word is connected to a strong feeling,
Like being happy or surprised or embarrassed or even a little bit scared.
your brain pays more attention.
Yes, that feeling gives your brain a little boost of energy. And that energy helps you remember the word much, much better.
So the feeling is the secret ingredient.
It really is. So our advice is this. Don't just study lists of words from a book.
That can be so boring.
It can. Instead, look at your own day, your own life.
Find the stories in your own life.
Yes. Think about it. What happened to you today? Did you spill your coffee this morning?
I did, actually.
See? Or did you see a really cute dog on your walk to work?
Try to tell that small story in simple English, even if it's just to yourself.
You can practice talking to yourself in the mirror. It feels strange at first, but it works.
Or you could even talk to your pet. I talk to my cat all the time.
Perfect. You could say, "Hello, cat. Today I am going to the park."
It sounds silly, but you're practicing. You're making the words real.
And here's one more really important point.
Okay.
Even if you don't understand every single word in a story you hear,
Which can feel frustrating sometimes.
it can. But don't worry, just listen for the flow of the story and listen for the feeling.
Could you tell if the speaker is happy or sad or excited?
Exactly. The more you listen for the emotion, the easier it becomes. It's a step-by-step process.
I really love that. It takes the pressure off of knowing every single word.
It does. Focus on the feeling and the words will follow.
Well, this has been a really fun conversation. I hope you all listening at home laughed with us a little bit.
Me too.
So let's just recap the big idea one more time.
The big lesson is use your own life stories to practice your English words and phrases.
Your life is the best textbook you have.
It really is. And now we have a question for you.
Yes, we want to know, have you ever had a funny misunderstanding like the ones we talked about?
Maybe you made a big mess in the kitchen or waved at the wrong person.
We want you to tell us. So here's our question for you today.
What is the one word or lesson you learned today? Write it in the comments below.
Yes. Try to write a short sentence or even a small story in English. We absolutely love reading your stories.
We really do.
So thank you so much for joining us today.
Keep practicing and keep smiling.
Goodbye for now.